You've heard me talk in times past, perhaps, about these are the two legs we stand on, purity and power. You want both legs equal in length. The church has a habit of emphasizing purity, de-emphasizing power. And then some groups emphasize power and don't emphasize purity or integrity, holiness. Neither is better than the other. Purity is the nature of Jesus, is the character of Christ formed in me. Holiness in the coming days is going to become celebrated by the people of God. It's been a subject that people have not wanted to touch, and the reason is because of past abuses. Many of you grew up in environments where holiness was almost a stick that somebody would beat you with. It was not a revelation of his nature that drew us to him. Instead, it was a list of rules of things you don't do and things you do. Holiness is the actual beauty of God. The Bible declares that it's in the beauty of holiness. Holiness is the beauty. If you can imagine God himself and beauty coming forth from him, from his person, emanating from him, that beauty would actually be called holy, holiness. It's the nature of Christ that we delight to exhibit. It's liberating. See, in the kingdom, freedom doesn't mean I do what I want. Freedom means I have the ability to do what's right. And that's so much better, so much more complete, so much more full. Because if I have my way, I'm going to end up in a ditch somewhere. But when I see his heart, his perfect plan, he sees the beginning from the end. He knows exactly what I was made for. Stepping into that kind of holiness, that kind of purity, is the most exhilarating privilege in all of life. And it is absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you, I believe in the next 10 years or so, the subject of holiness is going to turn for us. And it's going to be one of the most sought after stories, sought after studies, sought after messages that will exist in the church, because we will see it for what it is. It is that which is absolutely beautiful. It is the beauty of God himself. So purity is something that we seek for, not as a list of things that we do to perform for him, but instead, it's the way we represent him. It's how the impact of his presence, the impact of his voice, the impact of his beauty actually conforms and changes and transforms me. The transformation of my life doesn't come because of self-determination. I believe in self-will. I believe in determination. I believe in discipline. But transformation comes because of being immersed in the glorious presence of God. It's in that encounter we are changed.